Hello everybody, this is your host, Vic, and today we have the next installment of Overdrive October. And on today's installment, we have one of the cheaper ones, and from my knowledge, one of the original quickly released Klon clones, being the Electro-Harmonix Soul Food. So, from looking online and doing my own testing, some people love this, some people hate it. To me, it's like, it's not bad. It's still a good clone. I'm not. So, if I even, because right now I have everything down, if I crank everything up like this, I'm sure you can hear that a little bit. There is noise at the highest ends there, which it isn't too bad, but it is there. And it's, I mean, like other ones don't give noise even at the highest, but it is just a variable to think about. But then again, if you're cranking it that high and you are getting noise, you're probably going to be playing over it anyway, so it blows it out of the way, so then you're not getting too much of an issue there. So I'm not going to do too much of a complaint on that. It's just, what's a good word? I guess a more dirty circuit, but it wasn't too expensive, you know, so that's just the whole deal of it. So let's go over everything. This is a very obviously simple one because it's a direct, just one-for-one style of clone where you just get a whole 3 knobs. So I got the little instruction manual here, which, there you go. That's about it. Let's go ahead and So reading over it just says, congratulations, it gives a little bit of dirt, blah, 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 blah. It is a, I mean, you know what it is. It's another works to be a transparent overdrive. So let's just go over everything as we do. Crank everything down. This is the original tone, which I wanted a bit of that old style of synth wavy bass. And we're going to keep the volume on middle. And then let's start with dry first, then we'll move to treble. As you can see, it is, I mean, it's quick to demonstrate. They didn't really throw anything too much extra besides gains now drive. And then, like, the drive, it does, it, like I said, it gives it a little bit of that dirt that is completely understandable, because, I mean, the drive is essentially, that's the gain, and then obviously volume and treble, or you would sometimes have output, and then all that, but it is still a direct Klon Centaur clone, even though it doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and find another, let's find a good lead, and then we're going to play through this some to give it a little, stretch its legs a little bit. So I can find a use for this, even though it's not, I didn't crank it up to get too much of a difference. Just wanted a little bit of extra gain, nice and clean, but then at the high end, you can hear that little bit of extra dirt, which is what I'm looking for. And I wanted that to be a more subtle style sound where it's good and just like at the very tip of it has that little touch of dirt. And I find that to be a very nice tone to go for. So this does what I wanted it to do, clean but able to get dirty in the way I like. And then also give it a little bit extra gain, so it's good to work with that. Build quality, it's Electro-Harmonix. Electro-Harmonix is always nice and stiff, nice knobs, all that, plastic, metal, nice big button, and good there. So I don't have a problem with that by 4 out of 5, just because, like I always say, I like metal on everything. But it is a finely built pedal, because it is essentially a brick, or actually I'll give it 4.2. Because Electro-Harmonix, because they are their style mill always feels a little bit thicker. Sound itself is not really this giant change or throwaway compared to a standard Klon. I find this one has, with the dirtier circuit, has a little bit more noise. It has a little bit more dirt on the high end. So, because it's not really doing much different, it is what it does replicate, even with a little bit of dirt, which some people love, some people hate. Me personally, I like the extra bit of dirt, so I would give this a I'll just give it a standard 4. So we'll just put it all even in a 4.1185 for the overall score. Yeah, not too bad of a pedal. I think it's a good one, and it's good for. It's good because it doesn't cost too much. So then, if you end up not liking it, you can still find a use for it, and it's backed by a big company. I don't know how Electro-Harmonix does warranties too well. All I know is actually like submitting the warranty could be a pain if you didn't realize it's only on the box, and you have to go and dig out the box and be like, "Hey man, look, it's slightly annoying like that." But I don't have a problem with it. This is a nicely decent pedal. Anyways, this has been your host, Mick. Go ahead and leave a comment on what you think about the Electro-Harmonix Soul Food and any other clone you can think of. If any of y'all have used the Soul Food in your own compositions, please let me know, as I would like to hear other people's perspectives on this. By the way, the synth used today was the Korg, Micro Korg 2. I actually really like that synth. And furthermore, please like the video, as it does help grow the channel. And I am trying to get more people to tune into this mess of a series I am doing, along with welcoming anyone else here. Which, by the way, if you would like to and you're not, please subscribe, as it does help grow the channel. And if you know anybody who would appreciate watching this style of content, at least until the clones are done, because we will be returning to, well, I mean, it is synth content because I do use synths. But if you know anyone who likes to see every single clone, which we have over 40 at this channel right now, please refer them to this channel and this series, as I would appreciate the viewership and subscriptions to continue to grow this channel. Once again, this has been your host, Vic. Thanks for watching. Bye.